Hello everyone, welcome back to Locke's Quest. Today we're back in Antonia. We've finished our campaigns in the north, and now we're going ahead and meeting back with Keenan to get our new orders. Yes, it was some campaign. Wait, are you talking about the game, or are you talking about in the north? I'm assuming the north, because the game is nowhere near over. And Antonia West. So right now we have to go ahead and look for Grandpa. I think he would have already. I think Isaiah would have told you if Emmy was found, Locke. Just saying. Find Tobias. This is one of the few songs you actually hear in the game. Not too many songs are actually songs like that you don't really hear too often. But just like this one. This one's only in Antonia. There he is. Why is he... Tobias will constantly be hiding in areas that are, not exactly well areas. Also, one thing I think I need to mention is the, blurry quality. When I rendered out this video the first time, it actually rendered out somewhat odd and didn't render out the correct way. Meaning that it, rendered out with both screens showing. That was my fault, and I have completely apologized for it. So now that I have to go back to the one screen, it's easier, meaning that I won't have those little clips where it seems like it gets bigger or smaller at random. But now that it also blurs out the quality because it doesn't go from it didn't upscale. It didn't go from a higher scale to a lower scale. It just stayed low, and it's remained low. And if you upscale a video quality like that, it can blur it out even more. So I'd much rather just have it slightly fuzzy and be apologetic for it than you know, have it be like almost unwatchable, but you can still hear me perfectly fine and the game. I chose the lesser of the two evils. So Tobias was telling us about how he wants us to continue working with Emmy, or not Emmy, working with Keenan as he continues his search for Emmy. I think like I said in about part 3, I think, part 2 or 3, Tobias his search for Emmy will be revealed later and exactly how he was looking for Emmy. But that's not going to be for a good few, maybe like, this is part 10, correct? Maybe like 6, 7 more parts, maybe 5 or 6. We won't learn how his search for Emmy went until then. Isaiah didn't do crap. Isaiah only helped you. He didn't even fight. He sat there and just watched and just like told you, Locke, you should go to the north and help people. You help people there, and then you come back and Isaiah's still in Antonia, so he didn't help you with anything, actually. So Locke, don't give him any credit. One thing I don't understand about Keenan is that he's still investigating Locke's parents, because I assume that he doesn't actually trust Locke. There's a theory I have about why he doesn't trust Locke, and exactly what Locke has done to, like, you know, to warrant this. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at, I think Keenan doesn't trust Locke specifically for the fact that at the moment Locke is just a random kid that comes from a village that comes from a village south of Antonia, or to the west of Antonia, I think, to the west of Antonia. And it comes from the west of Antonia, and it's kind of an interesting fact about that village that will also be revealed. Trying to remain from spoilers. And that's the one thing I don't like about a lot of Let's Plays of certain games. People like to spoil the ending of games a lot. It depends on the game. Like, if it's a game that's maybe 20 years old, like Mario Brothers. If that spoils, if you're spoiled on that ending, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That ending really shouldn't be spoiled at all for you. Also, I don't understand what that pitter-patter sound in the background is. It might just be my headphones just messing me up, because it sounds like Doc's still walking for some odd reason, and I've never noticed that until doing this commentary. And I've looked at the video, seeing if the audio synced up. The audio synced up perfectly fine. It's just an extra sound clip for no apparent reason. Hey, it's heavy. We have to take him down again. This time I used a pikeman to help take him down, but the pikeman actually did a lot more damage, so I wasted my special ability. And as you can see, my walls are actually even to a higher level than they were in the other Siege minigames that we've done, meaning that I've gotten spike walls. These are the highest durable walls that you can ever get in the entire game, and they do the most, and they take the most damage, and they actually, I believe they do damage to enemies that hit them. Is their like buff. These are also blue clockworks. Who are the most excuse me. Blue clockworks are actually the most advanced clockworks. The green clockworks we'll never see. I don't know if that was just a recolor that they tried to make, but the green clockworks we'll never see, but the blue clockworks are the strongest clockworks in the entire game. They're the elite clockworks, as I'll say. And each time you complete a required Siege minigame, you get an ability. This is Vampire Drain. It's, as its name will probably imply, it drains life out of the enemy that you're attacking. Vampire Drain mixed with the Acid Attack actually is a good combination, and I would thoroughly suggest that you mix the two together as far as when you're doing your combos. Well, Locke, I think what's going on here is that there are a lot of people getting hurt. When did he do this? You were just in Antonia like a day ago. I don't know, actually. Maybe the no, because they reference the time, and the Siege minigames don't count as a sense of time. They only count as a sense of a minigame time period, but they don't actually take effect on the actual overworld. So now we're in a new area. We have to defend this Soul Source Well. There used to be Kingdom Force here, but they weren't able to come. So I'm thinking that was just an excuse to get rid of models. But like, you know, so you didn't have extra help and make this section a bit harder. But for now, Locke's gonna have to hold off on his own for a while. This area is kind of a giant wall defense as far as I'm concerned. All you really should do is just make a giant defense of walls constantly. Put a what I'm doing here is what I strategize to be the best way to do it. Put a flat cannon in between regular turrets, because the flat cannon has so much range, and then put like an acid turret every once in a while. But really make sure you have your flat cannons up, because I believe a lot of clockwork types can be found here. I'm using the goo turret here because of the wall type defense that you're gonna have to do. Luckily enough, this area has no bosses, so it's not like the Barros has to like ram through your entire defense and then he wins instantly. So that's good for you, I guess. You as the player. As you can see, certain walls mixed together make the defense of whatever whatever turret you're using, it makes the defense higher and higher. And so you can actually look forward to getting up. Like, if you use a gate, for example, you instantly get a +2 to your defense of your turret. And I'm finally using traps again, like I should have been using for a while. I'm just saying them now, because I think I was running out of time as far as the building main game. Yeah, you can hear the countdown going. So we skipped ahead about 4 days to the last day of this battle section. And quite honestly, it was good, because there's really not much introduced. The enemy that I was talking about... Why? Why, Mouth? Why do you yawn when I play this game? It's not like the game's bad or boring, it's just that I, for some reason, yawn while commentating it. Anyway, the only enemy that was introduced was the burrow enemy, which is the last enemy next to the ghosts that are going to be introduced. And I'm just going to say it right now, the ghosts are my second least favorite enemy next to the healers. Because not only are they invisible at some point, but their invisibility is not only invisibility, but it's also intangibility. Meaning they can't get hurt at all by your turrets. Until they become visible, you're going to get a helper turret that's going to allow you to make them visible, of course. They wouldn't let you sit there and have to fight them yourselves, because Locke can apparently see them, but his turrets can't. Oh, and there's the Goose Storm ability. It's only good for really taking out chargers, or charging enemies. I think they're actually called brutes. I've been calling them chargers for like the past 4 parts of Locke's quest, but actually, I think their name is actually brutes. This is all being recorded before I even put up part 3, part 4, and 5, and all that, so that way I can have this all out, because I think I said at one time, Pepco is a terrible power company, and they like to keep their customers in the dark for a long period of time. And so I went like a whole week without power almost, until about the Thursday or Friday of last week. And when they finally got us our power. Screw Pepco, they suck. They have no real customer service, and they take forever. 1,000 people are getting affected by this one power outage. That's a priority. Well then why was it not fixed like 2 days ago? That's a lot of people not without power. That was a lot of food we lost, honestly. But look at me, but I digress. The end of the day is coming soon as far as this level in the game. I also know I forgot to put up the comic at the end of the last part. I'm gonna add that to the extra video, honestly. Oh, there was a burrow enemy. Those traps that you see that look like X's, those traps are actually the burrow traps, which basically mean that they stop the burrow enemies from attacking, from going underground to get past defenses. It's good to place those in front of and behind your walls. That way they can do double damage, because the burrow enemies won't just come out instantly after they're damaged. So after all that, Kingdom Force finally arrived to help save the day. Aye, Akania, we can handle it from here. Yeah, the clockworks in this area seem to have pulled back. And half your body is gone. Maybe you all should check the area. Yeah, like them gem-encrusted gears, or diamonds. Dolt. Anyway, Akania, y'all should be heading back to camp. Isaiah wanted to speak to you.